Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Taurus in July 2019. Hello, Taurus. What's going on? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Taurus, man, here we are, July 2019. Listen, quick apology for those who were looking forward to the mid-Junes. I am a human female. I get tired. I need breaks. I needed a break. I got tired. So I apologize if you guys were looking forward to those, but I simply just did not have the energy, the gumption, the focus, and the connection. More importantly, I did not have the connection to do the reading, so I skipped. Please forgive me, but here we are now for July 2019. For those who will be celebrating, happy 4th of July. I hope you have a safe and happy holiday. Have all the good barbecue foods for me. If you don't do the barbecue, have a nice salad for me. If you don't do that, have an ice cream. Have one of those red, white, and blue like rocket pops. Do something for me because I'm probably not celebrating. I'll probably be working. So enjoy the holiday for me, guys. And I can't complain because, you know, at least I'll be working in like air conditioning, right? Anything else? Yes. If you would like, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below on the video. Do all that fun stuff YouTube allows you to do. I decided to front load that message in case some of you guys click off before the end. I want to encourage you to do any and all of those things if you like what you see here today, all right? All right, Taurus, let's get into it. Let's get you an outcome and an overall energy for July, shall we? Let me see the outcome for Taurus in July 2019. Please show me Taurus's outcome for July 2019. Please show me. Okay. Well, aren't you guys going to be happy about that? Well, some of you might be. I don't know. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. It did come sideways. And I normally do this, so I'm going to do it, but I kind of feel I already know. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was just like, I saw that. And I wasn't like, I just was like, that meant to come upside right. So there you go. Just to confirm it. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Let's flip all these over. Okay, well, if we're not talking about love, I don't know why we're here. Yes. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's going on, Taurus? Oh. And you know what? I just did Aries reading, and I'm like, why is this like sort of a thematic thing? Like theirs was sort of lovey. This is definitely lovish. Sorry if you're not here for that. And I'm like, why is there this love energy in the air? And then I realized Mercury retrograde amongst like what, 3 other retrogrades? Like isn't it like Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter maybe? Don't quote me. I'm not up on the astrology right now, but I definitely know Mercury retrograde is a common in July. And I think it's a retrograde that starts in Leo but ends in Cancer. So it's like this whole lovey-dovey, effusive, heart chakra-y thing. So let's see how it pans out for you, okay? Please show me where Taurus is in July 2019. Please show me Taurus in July 2019. Please show me. Wow. Okay, sure. And I don't know what sound I just made. I probably sound like a crocodile or something. But I say that because this was the same position. Not the same card, although the same card is right there for Aries. But this is the same position for them. I mentioned them twice. Maybe some of you are tangled up with an Aries. I don't know. But anyway, for you, Taurus, you come into the reading with the 5 of Pentacles. So, somebody upset. Somebody upset. Definitely upset. Definitely feeling not so happy about your circumstances, Taurus. 5 of Pentacles, we're talking about some type of loss, being that it's Pentacles. Maybe you're losing something financially. So for those who maybe aren't 100% here for romance or love in general, you may have had some type of financial loss. It's a 5, so it's minor, and it can be overcome through time and effort and all that good stuff. But regardless of what type of loss you've had, And you don't like it. Nobody likes to feel like they've lost money. Nobody likes to come home and see their dinnerware possessed by a demon or a ghost being shattered on the ground. Who knows why? But nobody wants to feel a loss. And so there is this woe is me kind of feeling I get off of this energy for you, Taurus. It's like, oh, my situation, my circumstances, my experience, my relationship, my job, my children, my this, my that. Like there's, and I don't want to use the word victim, but, you know, if the shoe fits, wear it. But there is this feeling of it's happening to me, or it happened to me. This was done to me, or this was taken away from me if we're talking about a loss. This was ripped out from underneath me. This was debited from my account. You know, overdraft fees on, you know how it is. Well, not everybody knows that experience, but some of us know what that's like. Oh, you didn't have enough money to pay for this. We're going to take more money from you for not having money. It's a racket, my friends. It's a racket. You know, I'm not going to sit here and argue finances because I'm not well versed in that world, but it's one of the craziest concepts of, I didn't have enough money to pay for this bill. I've got money coming in, or I hope I have, you know, and it's just like, well, here's a $30 charge because you don't have money. But I don't have money, so where are you going to get this $30 from? Well, until you pay us, we're going to keep giving you these charges. So some of you are like living that way. And that, again, is not a victim because there is some involvement in that. You know your finances, or you have a hand in a relationship. You know, it takes two to tango, whether that's a romantic relationship or a relationship with friends or family. You have to show up too. If you're in a relationship with a financial institution, a bank, a credit union, whatever, you have to show up. You have to authorize them to make these transactions on your behalf in this modern day and age, instead of going down there saying, hey, can you give me $20 because I need to make a Wendy's run? You know, we live in a modern era where you agree to the bank, I will have the money in the account to, you know, for you to debit or take out. You know, it's just like, so that's why I didn't want to use the word victim, because I don't think that's how you're viewing yourself. You do have a woe is me. You do have this, oh, I don't have the best luck at things right now. Things are not turning up in my favor right now, or things haven't been turning up in my favor for a while. But again, it's not totally victimized because you know your part, Taurus. You know that you're a full-fledged, sound of mind adult, and you should have done this, or you shouldn't have done that, or, well, I guess I shouldn't have gone to Wendy's knowing that my cell phone bill was due, or maybe you forgot that your cell phone bill was due, and you know, and if you don't go to Wendy's, you know, make it Whole Foods or wherever you eat, I don't know. And so there's just been like a mismanagement of things, and you realize there was a mismanagement of things on your part. You could have done better. There's a realization of that. Yeah? A realization of, if only I had done this, if only I had done that. Or, if this hadn't happened, then this couldn't, you know, for those who are like a little bit more reluctant to say, yeah, I fess up, I have to own my part of this. Some of you are a little reluctant to do that. And that's where this whole fortune's not on my side, luck, you know, the gods, you know, is just like, just a string of unfortunate events you feel have come down in your life. And it's just like, you know, if that's what you want to think, fine, but you know, we all have to, who did I hear that from? Show up in your life. You got to show up in your life. I forget who I heard that from. That's not me. But, and I'm sure, yeah, there isn't one person who said that. But, you know, there is this definite need to show up in your life, regardless of who you are. You know, I'm speaking to Tauruses right now, but if you happen to be here and you're an Aquarius, listen up. Show up for your life. And I'm listening to myself. Show up for your life, Jay. We all have to do it. We all have to step up and know what our function is, what our role is, how we participate in our own outcomes, whether they're positive or negative, right? So anyway, soapbox put away. Loss, regret, also here, regret. If you had a hand in someone else losing something, or you took something from someone. Some of you Tauruses might be the perpetrator of somebody else's loss. You know, there's regret here for some of you. I wish things didn't go that way. I wish I didn't react that way. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Because, yeah, decisions right here. Okay. Considering what we did here, let's jump over the Three of Swords for the moment and go right to the Two of Pentacles. Because at some point previous, and will continue to be, because that's what life is, a series of choices, you know, at some point previous to now, or very soon, or very recently, not very soon, very recently, there have been significant decisions made, Two of Pentacles, by you, by your friends, your coworkers, your husband, your wife, whoever. Decisions have been made, and they have been reluctantly made. Like, again, like, look at this person. She's got these two dinner plates, these pentacles, but they're acting, or these dinner plates, but they're acting like pentacles, juggled up in the air, like hovering over her hands. So she's in very loose possession, or very close possession of these two plates, but her attention is diverted by the dog and the little boy, and there's just like a lot of disturbance to this choice, to this decision making, to this ability to balance these two pentacles, to hold them firmly in both hands and be able to do with them what she needs to. Maybe she's setting the table, maybe she's hanging them up, maybe they're decorative plates, maybe she is going to juggle them, who knows. But there's this idea that a decision has to be made, or had to be made rather, because I feel like this is sort of, it's, for some of you it's past, for some of you it's like ongoing, and bullshit gets in the way. No offense if like you literally have dogs and children at home that distract you from whatever needs to be done or whatever needs to be taken care of. I don't want to call your children or your dogs bullshit, but like allowing other things that don't necessarily play into the main choice or the main issue at hand distract you. That's what I mean. Having excuses, building upon excuses, taking up excuses. Oh, I can't do that right now. I've got to go to my son's soccer game. Yes, fine, that's important, but if we're talking decisions, like again, back here, where we might have had a financial loss, where you're blanking creditors, sending them the voicemail, people who want to talk to you about your late mortgage payment, people who want to talk to you about the rack of bills that you've put on a credit card, a store credit card that you haven't paid in 4 months, and you're dodging those calls. Oh, my kid's soccer practice. Listen up, Sandra. You cannot, and this is where I was talking here, you show up in your life. Know your role. Know your responsibility. In this specific case, if you sat on a financial debt, you knew you had bills to pay, or you knew something was going to come up and needed to be paid for, but you didn't work with the creditors, you didn't work with the bank, you didn't work with the store account, whatever, to say, listen, I don't have that money, but here's what I can give you. You know, I've never had to make that call. Maybe sometimes I should have, but I've never had to make that call, so I'm not sure how feasible this is. But there, sometimes I believe there's like this grace period. Sometimes they give you, okay, you've missed the payment for this many days, we'll give you an extension on the grace period, something like that. But instead of engaging in that absolute necessary dialogue, that absolute admission of, I messed up my finances, I didn't account for this, I didn't account for that, I overspent on this, I overspent on that. Or if it's not directly with the creditors or the bank, that could be a discussion you need to have with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, with your roommate, whoever. I'm going to be late on the bills. You know, I would hate, oh girl or guy, I would hate that. And I know people have been in this situation where you live with someone, roommate situation, best friend, lover, I don't care. And they don't tell you that they haven't paid for something. And then you go to use that thing, turn on the TV, nothing happens. Open up your laptop, Wi-Fi is off, and then you go, what? So I think the service is. I'm gonna call the cable company and see what's going on. No need. I didn't pay the bill. Excuse me? Like, somebody here messed up financially. Somebody here dropped the ball on the bills. And this is not cool. It's you, it's someone else, I don't know. But that is unneeded friction. And again, getting distracted by bullshit. Or not prioritizing. If it's not a distraction, you simply did not prioritize, and you simply did not make the effort, did not make the adult decision to face up to your wrongdoing or your lapse of judgment or your poor planning, whatever it is. Garbage, by the way. I don't like this. Whether it's you or somebody else, I don't care. I'll tell you to your face. I don't like it. As much as I can tell you to your face. I don't like it. Because it hurts, sure. It's embarrassing. It hurts our pride. We feel irresponsible. We know we're going to get chastised. We know we're going to get blamed or yelled at. All that stuff. That totally sucks. But how's it any better to not pay a bill when it's due on the 1st, to then wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks, and then say, oh, so we owe the cable company $300, and someone is looking at you like you've got 18 heads, as they should. What do you mean $300? Well, I didn't pay the bill last month or the month before that, so it's going to be $300. Loss. Lack of decision making. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Lack. And I hold on. Before I get there, hold on. Because I did say love, but then I went right into money. So I don't want to let you people down who have come for love. And you're like, you're talking about money. Let's backtrack very quickly. So some of you maybe in a love situation have lost something, lost a relationship, lost a person, broken up, whatever, or lost the vigor, the oomph in your relationship, and there's just like this distance, this like great wall of China between the two of you, you know, like ships in the night. You might pass each other if you're still together. Because there was something festering, this sense of loss, this sense of insecurity also with the Five of Pentacles in a relationship, whether you're together or not. Disabled energy. Breaking on somebody else's part, so intentional hurt, maybe. Volatile energy in some cases, right? Arguments. Or arguments over money in a relationship. You can ball both of those things together. Stress about money, stress about relationship equals a catastrophe, right? We do not face the decision, or when we do, we delay it. We allow, again, bullshit to distract us. You know, the issue is money. We're both stressed about money, but we bang like rabbits. We compensate by being overly effusive with each other. Whatever you're doing. That's not addressing the problem here, Scott. That's not addressing the problem here, Belinda. Whoever you are, I don't care. Not facing the issue head on. Problematic. Escapist energy. I understand it. We all do it. I've done it. I'm a sinner too, guys. You know? So I've been down similar roads. But me being here as your reader, me being here as the objective outside perspective, bullshit, my friend. You cannot operate that way. Not for long. Because the creditors come calling, the cable companies comes a calling, eventually you or your partner wakes up to their own misery and they're like, I can't deal with this shit. Nope. And then somebody changes up the game. So where were we going? Two of Pentacles. Having the ability, or at least having the ownership of making choice, needing to make choice, needing to be fair, balanced, of a sound mind when making this decision, responsible, mature, but no go. No go. Just like that woman being offered that cocktail, no go. Okay? Four of Cups is about being dissatisfied or totally avoidant and rejecting of an offer or of a situation, of a solution, you know? Here's the solution. I don't want it. Here's the thing you're asking for. No, thank you. Here's the thing you need. I'm good. You know, it's that energy. So, has someone offered you help and you've denied them? Has someone said to you, hey, Taurus, we should talk about our finances together. We should have a house meeting and talk about how everybody contributes to the rent. Your husband and your wife wants to sit you down. Okay, between the car payment, the mortgage, the kids, you know, we've got one kid about to go into college. We got to sit down and talk about that. Okay, next week or this weekend. And then the weekend comes and like, so we should talk about that. And it's like, no, we should have sex instead. Or we should go and do this instead. Or blah, blah, blah. Like this deflection, right? Deflecting. Not wanting to take up what is being offered. Which is interesting because we know that's what we need. Or we know that at least is what we want. Why are those 3 other glasses empty, ma'am? You know, her posture might make you think, oh, I don't drink. Oh, no, I just liquor. Oh, no. Then why do you have 3 empty glasses right next to you if you're not, I don't drink? You know, so you know, or whoever knows Taurus, there has been a solution, maybe not a cure-all, maybe not the absolute solution, but there have been opportunities to fix this thing or to see or to find a way through. To come to a compromise, to come to a new agreement. You know, some companies, some businesses, some people, it doesn't matter. You may have offended them, you may have lapsed on payment, you may have hurt their feelings, you may have gone into huge debt with them. If you have good credit, good job, this is the first time you've done this, they might be willing to work with you. Okay, we're going to take away these charges, or we'll take away the compounded interest. You're still going to pay us something. It's not like we're going to, oh, it's no problem. We all forget and these $300 are forgotten about. No, we'll take like $80 off. You still owe us $220, but, you know, at least you got $80 extra in your pocket. You see what I mean? So there is or was this opportunity to salvage something. But no. Somebody put their hands up and no, I couldn't. Now, again, I said it back here. I think with the 5 of Pentacles, pride is in the way of somebody's, is in the way there. Feeling embarrassed, owning up to, I made a mistake. Somebody was not prepared to handle this. Relationship, finances, I don't care what it is. Someone was just not up to the task. And now this is what we have. So we have double time with the 10 of Swords and the 3 of, yes. So first, 3 of Swords, initial heartbreak, initial pain, initial betrayal, initial stabbing and assault. Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to say you're getting beat up or you beat somebody up. I'm not trying to say this is happening in a physical thing to your body. I think this is happening emotionally, right? In terms of a relationship where, you know, you had a loss, someone needed to make a decision, they refused help, they refused to be honest, they refused to own up to something, and now we have this. So, you know, if you've been with my channel for a while, you know I don't jump all over this, but this is a long way away, a long way around to say a third-party situation. I don't jump on that, guys. You know me if you've been around me, and if not, welcome to my channel. Here's what I normally say. It doesn't have to be a third-party situation. Like, but today, sorry, Taurus, sorry. For some of you, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Somebody has felt a loss, or is feeling a loss, is still reeling from a loss of a relationship, that 5 of Pentacles energy, where somebody was between 2 people. Should I go with Billy? Should I go with Bob? Why can't I have Billy Bob? Someone may have proposed that to you. Right? Oh, my snap was not great. There you go. Somebody could have had that in their head. Taurus, I love you, but I love you, Billy Taurus, but I also love Bob. Is there a chance that I could have Billy Bob? And you're like, fuck no. Absolutely not. No. And that's how we get this Three of Swords. That's how we get that third party situation. So somebody, you or your ex or your current partner, I don't know your status. I don't know what you're trying to work out with somebody or not. But there was agony. There was restlessness. There was something at home, in the home, that was not satisfactory. That made someone feel impoverished, not happy, right? You could have been intimate with your partner. You, from your perspective, Taurus, it could have been, we have an amazing marriage. We have an amazing relationship. I love him. He loves me. She loves me. I love her. She loves me. Whatever your status is, it doesn't matter. And on your side of things, everything was peachy keen. But your partner, perhaps internally, sobbing quietly in the night as you slept on, right? Suffering on their end of things. Maybe. So they meet someone else. Maybe. Or someone came back into their lives. Or, as I announced at the beginning, there's a retrograde coming up, guys. This could be going on concurrently right now, and you may not be aware of it. This might be your clue in. You're welcome. So, between the two, I love my wife, I love my husband on this side, I love Taurus on this side. My committed partner, Taurus, I love them so much. On this other side, but there's that cute guy down at the juice bar. Or, I happen to go into the bank to pay for this, to pay this credit card down, and suddenly the teller gave me an eye. Now I'm suddenly in this car parking lot, you know, having sex with a 28-year-old who works at the bank, and I'm 42. You know, that's so weird and so specific. I don't think I'm channeling. I'm just being kind of facetious with this storyline. And I apologize because that's sensitive. I know that could be really heartbreaking and upsetting for people to hear. But like, that's how those things happen when someone is so miserable on the inside and they're not sharing it with other people. Because again, this Two of Pentacles, that Five of Pentacles, plus that Four of Cups, there have been chances to get out. There have been chances to hit the button and say, I can't do this, I quit. Or, you know, if this was like, who wants to be a millionaire? Phone a friend. Hello, Taurus, it's me, your husband. I'm calling you from the bedroom. I want a divorce. I'm not happy. And you're like, what? There has been a chance along the way to own up, but somebody refused. Whether it's you or somebody else, I don't know. So that Two of Pentacles in the relationship, I'm between two people. I'm stripping you, I'm stripping her, I'm stripping everybody, whatever. And then maybe this was you in the relationship, Taurus, offering the beverage. Tell me the truth. Is there someone else? Hands up. Nope. Tell me the truth. Do you still love me? Yes. Lie. The answer is not like you think I do. Okay. There was a chance to be honest, to put something to bed before it got worse. And somebody was like, it's fine. I'll make it work somehow. Foolishness, my friend. Foolishness, because we do have a third-party situation for those of you where it's romance. Now, if none of that applies to you, going back to the non-romantic people, I do a lot in my readings. I really need to like stick with one storyline, but I can't help it. This is how I am. Because it's not personal, guys. It's a general reading. So there's going to be different like splintered interpretations of this, right? So non-romantic third-party situation could be meddling in-laws. You could have a happy home, but again, your worries are financial at best. Or not at best, but you know, you wouldn't have to worry about your husband or your wife stepping out. You guys are solid, but you have still this unstable, this shaky foundation in your home, right? Financially speaking. Third-party situation can be meddling or the involvement of an in-law. Some of you, maybe you didn't tell your partner we're in debt, or I'm slacking on the bills, or I got fired. Some of you maybe got fired from a job, whatever, laid off. And instead of telling your partner, you tell your mom, you tell your dad, you tell your sister, you tell your brother. You tell somebody who's close to you, but not directly involved in your marriage. And now you have invited in a third-party situation. You know, Somebody offers to help. I could pay your bills for you. You'd have to pay me back, but I could cover it for at least a month. And then you have to come clean. You have to tell your partner, you have to tell your spouse, things are suffering. I won't tell them that I bailed you out. And then it's like, no, I'm not, I can't take your money. It's just like that, whatever. So whatever decisions have been lapsed on, have been lax, have not been handled well, we have initial heartache, initial stabbing of the emotions, betrayal, deception, including more energy, more opinions, more people, more trouble than is necessary. And over time, or very quickly, it could go either way, we get to this Ten of Swords. Ultimate stabbing in the back. Ten of Swords. Maybe this is the first time this kind of betrayal has happened. Maybe it's, the latest time in a serial line of offenses, right? Whatever it is, we quickly, or relatively quickly, get to the top of the line in terms of agony, in terms of feeling absolutely stabbed in the back and left for dead, and just no recourse for the pain that we're experiencing here in the Ten of Swords. So is this you? Is it your partner? Is it everybody involved? Being that it's above the Three of Swords, I'm going to assume it hurts everybody involved. Romantically, financially. I mean, if your third party is the bank, I don't think that they're feeling emotionally attached, but it certainly comes to a head on their end. Well, here comes another home that's going to be foreclosed on, or here's another store credit card that we can't recoup the money for, so let's send it to collections, let's sell this account off. Like, that's not, even though it is their bread and butter financially, but that sort of is a thing that maybe even like the person who's working on your account that just has to click the authorization to sell your account to another party, to another third party business, a collector or a collections agency or whatever. Like, they're just sitting at their desk sipping on their coffee. Okay, $5,000 overdue. All right, we're gonna sell this account. Click. Like, that is not, I assume that's not joyful work. I assume most people in that line of work are not just sitting there and going, I love sending people's homes into foreclosure. I love, I don't think that's, I mean, they might feel diligent, but I don't think they're over the moon about it. But anyway, see, that's me just having like loads of empathy for everybody involved. Anyway, so we've reached this pinnacle point, this peak on the mountaintop of the pain that this poor decision making or lack thereof decision making, like avoidance, has brought. And like how I just kind of let it go like that, like fuck it, like I didn't have that thought, but like that's sort of the mood when I was handling it just then. I'm like, que sera, sera. What has been done has been done. Like, there's no undoing this. There's no undoing this. Can't take it back. Can't avoid. Like there's like a ripple effect from here all the way through here. This snaking. Snake, okay, maybe somebody's been a snake. This snaking energy. When you think about a snake, I mean, it's kind of that thing where snakes kind of, in some way, seem endless. They just go. They just swivel on and on and on, or they slither in and out. It's just like this. You can't stop it. There's no end to it. You can't grab. Well, there's something about it can't be prevented. Or it can't. Yeah, I said that, like with the ripple effect. What has happened has happened. From back here, this is the first domino being pushed over in a collection of dominoes. And those things are fun to watch. I love watching those things in real life or on YouTube or whatever. Those things are fun to watch. But if you were, from your perspective, Taurus, or whoever's cross watchers, it doesn't matter. If you were still building the domino line, if you were still adding dominoes to it, this is going to be great, this is going to be amazing, and then someone on the other end at the beginning goes boop and tips it over and starts knocking all your fucking dominoes down, you're pissed. You're upset. And once a domino, starts to fall, and all of them fall, you can't really stop it. So, like I threw the card down there a moment or two ago. Fuck it. What can you do? You have to accept the new circumstances, or the abrupt change that has just happened. The disruption to your life, to your building of the domino set. Okay? I know I mentioned it earlier because I remember that from the last reading, but I totally forgot this was up here. So Death card in reverse. Ay, Dios mío, major arcana for Scorpio. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, but you do not have to be. I'll show you this card upright so you become used to it. Well, when we have the Death card in reverse, Death representing change and transformation, general evolutions in life, the closing of one chapter and moving on into a new, the shedding of one skin, sort of like a snake, the molting, okay, and then you put on a new skin coming out of a cocoon, however you want to think about it. Phoenix rising from the ashes, all the different things you can think about. But with it in reverse, we have a little bit of a stuck energy. We have a little bit of a stuck energy. General resistance, but I feel more stuck. What's the difference? I think resistance is like more action oriented, more aggressively opposed to the change, more consciously trying to prevent the change or not allow the change to begin. Stuck is more, the change is upon us. The need to change is here. We have to do something different. We cannot continue the way that we are. But the stuck is believing, this is my lot in life. Or, this is the way things always go. So what's the point in changing? What's the point in trying to make things better? Stuck. Thank you. Remember, I'll pick this up again and I'll show you in tandem. Well, no, I'll just show you that. Remember earlier when I said about this person? Woe is me, in some cases victimizing, like, oh, poor me, oh no, and I'm taking on this mocking tone because either this is how you feel that someone else is acting, or this is how you are, and you're just like, don't call me out, Jay, I'm calling you out. Somebody's just like, oh, the world is against me, this is against me, or, I forgot about excuses, okay? Stuck. Not wanting to grow the fuck up. Not wanting to own the damage they caused. Not wanting to own their lapse of judgment, their disregarding of emotions, their disregarding of the rules, their disregarding of looking at the bank account and seeing, oh, we've only got like $100 left in there. I totally shouldn't go down to the casino and spend this money, but I could always hit, I could always win, so let me take this money and gamble it, and oh, look at that, I lost it in like 15 minutes. Irresponsible. Stuck in that energy of being irresponsible, combined with that death card above. Not putting on the big girl panties, putting on the big boy pants, and growing up and owning up into their faults. Whoever this is, if it's you and I'm calling you out, so be it, deal with it. Okay? I'm a little spicy today, guys. Sorry, but not really. So that death card in reverse combined with that, we're not growing. We're not becoming more mature. We're not changing the way we need to change. Next door, with that Ten of Swords, that's a great source of pain for somebody. Possibly the person who's perpetrating it. They know they need to change. They know they're not being mature. Self-sabotage. self-saboteur. They set themselves up for failure. They know this. They know this. What are they going to do about it? Because if you go further down the line, here's a chance. Maybe you're watching this video. Maybe you know it's you. Here's a chance. Own up to your shit. Grow up a little bit. Take some responsibility for the first time in your life. And you throw your hands up with that 4 cups. No. If you haven't liked this message, if it has hurt you a little bit, it's been a little bruisey to your ego, you probably have already stopped watching. Or, you know, you're going to hit it with a thumbs down or whatever. Or you're going to leave with a sour taste in your mouth and put this, you know, little bit of a wake-up call that I've put upon you out of your mind. Resistant to the change, or stuck in not changing. Why? Humans, this is what we do. How can you fix it? I'm only here to tell you what the cards say, my friends. What your specific issue is, what their specific issue or problem is, I don't know. It's not here. We don't do clarifiers in the general. But it's a tough call, because the death card, being a major arcana, is asking a lot. Even if it's in the reverse, it's asking a lot. Major arcana speak volumes. They're loud, booming cards. Town square, church bell. Boom, boom. Everybody can hear that from miles away. The call to change, the call to transform, the call to change your idea or perception of what your future is, what your fortune is, what your life is here. But if you don't want to hear it, you will not change. You will not embrace it. You will not take up that challenge. And you will remain stuck. Your choice. You can do what you want, or they can do what they want. I'm just the messenger. As cliche as that is, but that's true. I'm just the messenger. Now, interestingly, and I just threw that. So, I slid that off because I was preparing to catch it. And as it fell on the ground, I will show you. And it's very probable, but it came in the 2 of Cups in the reverse. Now, if you were here in the beginning and you didn't skip, you saw that I did this. I tumbled it around my hand because originally it came in the side position like that. I think me highlighting it came like this, I fiddled with it in my hand, I finally set it down there, but then I dropped it and it became this when it fell on the ground. I'm not taking it as this, by the way. I'm still going to take it as upright. But me drawing all this attention to that is to show you choices, perspective. What you think is this can become this. What you think is this can become this. Same way here. If you think you're stuck, that you cannot change your situation, that there is no solution, that you can't get things to be right, that you can't move forward in your life, that you're stuck in a cycle, you're stuck in, you know, some kind of karmic loop, some kind of inner circle of hell where nothing goes your way, you can change this if you want to. And that's a general rule with tarot anyway. This is not science. This is not some, you know, guaranteed format of predicting your life. These are all possibilities. So, as an outcome, 2 of Cups. Maybe we're talking about a soulmate connection in terms of your romantic sector, for those who have been here for that and kind of are relating this specifically to love. Your partner, male, female, husband, wife, it does not matter. They could be your soulmate. Could be. Because to me, soulmate is super subjective. I don't know what you mean when you say soulmate same way. Oh, well, I guess if you've been with my channel, you know what I mean when I say soulmate. So that's why I say could be. Because some of you think a soulmate is a Hallmark Channel, you know, Lifetime movie on Valentine's Day, you know, love fest, love marathon, you know. It's just like, no. For me, no. But some of you think that, and that's fine. Regardless of what type of relationship we're talking about, what kind of connection we're talking about, we're talking about something that is profound, that is life-altering, that has you tied to another person, or more specifically, another energy. And the reason I want to caution those who think the soulmate is a lovey-dovey relationship is, no. Not all soulmates are here for that. Some soulmates are here to kick you in the ass with a steel-toed boot. You know? With spikes on the end of it. As if they were a part of the punk scene of the late 70s in New York. Okay? Like, that is the role of some soulmates in this life. In your life, specifically, Taurus. That's why I think I did this whole thing here. You might view it as this. I love them. They're my wife. They're my husband. They're my this. They're my that. But then look what just happened here. All this that we talked about earlier. This is your outcome. This is your soulmate. This is your forever, cutesy ootsy. We're going to, maybe not, my friend. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's a warped perspective that you have on the soulmate, or they have on you. They might be telling you this. You're my soulmate, babe. Is this how you treat somebody who's your soulmate? Huh? Now, my answer, of course, is yes, because some soulmates are here to teach you that lesson. But some people have this idea that a soulmate is supposed to care for you and treat you well and love you, and it's all roses and rainbows. I hope you get what I'm saying. You might view them as this, or they might tell you you're my everything and I love you to the moon and back, and they might have all this beautiful language, but look how they've treated you. Doesn't mean they're not your soulmate. It's just meaning it's not in that view. It's in this view. It's a warped view that you have, or they have, about a soulmate connection. Okay? Somebody needs to wake up. Sure, they can be your soulmate, but they're not the type of soulmate you may want, or you may have previously believed soulmates to be. If you're watching my channel or other people's channels, and this is the type of language or this is the type of challenge that is being set upon you, consider it. Change and transformation with that death card in reverse. If you think that this person is your soulmate, and soulmates need to be together forever, even though they treat you like garbage, wake up. No. In some people's belief, like mine, you have many soulmates. You might be thinking there's one and only. Some of you might be thinking, nothing here is pointing to that to me, and I don't use this phrase anyway, twin flame. It's not to knock it. I believe in it. I just don't think everybody who believes in that they are in it, okay? So some of you might be walking around thinking that. He's my divine masculine. It's just like, with all this treatment, that's what you think? Well, it's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to be... Yeah, but sometimes you gotta let that shit go. Like there's this, I feel this need for some of you to be really bossy and rough with you. Wake up. Share, out of moonstruck, slapping your face. Snap out of it. Like, Taurus, I feel earlier this year, or maybe last year, I can't remember, but I think I had to tell some of you guys, wake up. Take care of yourself first. Prioritize your well-being and your happiness. Like, don't allow someone to steamroll you because you have rose-tinted glasses on, because you think they're the most beautiful person in this world and you love them beyond condition. Be careful with that way of thinking. It leads to all this misery, this lies and deception, this terrible lack of great decision making or fair decision making. Anyway, so if it's not miserable, okay, let's see, because that was pretty miserable, even though it's the Two of Cups, because I still think that's there. Let me go back to that. The way I use soulmate is soulmates come in all shapes and sizes. If you've been with me before, you may have heard me say, I believe my sister is a soulmate to me, right? Do we always get along? No. Do we yell and argue with each other? Yes. Are we both, well, not both, but are we soon both to be over 30 years old? Oh, absolutely. But we have still a deep bond, a deep connection. So there's a caveat here. If my sister ever did any of this to me, I would still love her. I would still view her as a soulmate, but I would know, okay, I can't trust you anymore. I can't trust you to do this. I can't trust you to do that. And there would now be certain limits to what I believed our soulmate relationship would be. So now, for those where this was romantic, you can still be soulmates with this person, but maybe you're not romantic soulmates with them. They're still your soulmate, but maybe you just won't be married to them anymore. You'll still be soulmates, but maybe you'll never speak to them again, or for several years or several months, whatever. So that's sort of the very complex, very trying and challenging part of this coming in your outcome after such a trying and difficult reading. Still feeling connected, appreciative, loving towards this person, but knowing something ain't right here. This is not how people should treat each other, or this is not how you build trust. This is not how you build love and affection towards people. This is just not sustainable in that way. We got to make it. Get it. We got to make a decision. We, as in Taurus, me, the person who's watching this reading. Crosswatcher, if this has been you, you've been the receiver of this crap, then you know what I'm talking about. But here we have ill-fated decisions, or the lack thereof, not committing to something one way or the other, getting distracted, letting BS rule the show, whatever. Overall energy has been judgment. The lack of judgment at every turn. Here, 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 here. Every freaking card has been a lack of judgment or a chance to come clean, get honest, right? Own your crap, own up to the truth, but someone has neglected to do that, right? Now, what do we see here, image-wise? Facing the truth. Don't do this it's kind of fuzzy. But the general image, as you can hopefully see, there's a little better back here. A female, although she's just a piece of meat, standing on a scale, looking direct. Now, you're not going to get a correct weight because you're not standing up straight. But looking directly at the numbers on that dial. Facing the truth. Facing the truth. Overall is the energy. Face the truth. Weigh things out. Put them on the scale. What's going on? What's the truth here? What's the God's honest truth in this situation? If this is a matter of mistrust and deception over money, pull up the accounts. Bring out the statements. Go down to the bank yourself. Show me the receipts. Show me the transaction history, etc., etc. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of this. Judgment also, Major Arcana, secondary card of Scorpio. 2 Scorpios. Both of the Scorpios cards came here today. So some of y'all are dealing with this Scorpio. Oh, man. This has been really rough. But I hope my cavalier attitude or delivery has helped you, because this situation needs help. If it has already happened, I hope you're already on this road to getting some type of help, to rectifying the situation, to clearing things up, to removing some of these painful emotions between you and another person or within a situation. If this is oncoming for you, good luck. Because again, I'm not seeing a solution. I'm not seeing necessarily a way out other than facing the truth, embracing change, getting on board with not allowing this to happen again. Taurus, that's your reading. If you liked it, questionable whether or not you liked it. If you did, there's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. You can also leave comments below the video. You guys know I like to read those things. I will leave a comment back. I will like it, love it, whatever. I will give you some type of reaction. But it just helps me as a reader, like get a little bit of confirmation, okay? So if you want to indulge me with that, that's cool. If not, that's cool as well. You can also share this video across your social media platforms. Doing so helps the girl grow, you know, it lets other people know, oh my God, there's this really interesting pair of hands on the internet. So if you want to do that, that's great. And also, if you're not subscribed, but you keep coming here, or this is your first time and you had a good time, even though it was a little rough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've seen a tremendous amount of growth over the past 2 to 3 months. It's been amazing. I want to see that continue. As the community grows, I'm going to have to get more involved with you guys. And I don't say that begrudgingly. That's a goal of mine. That's what I want. So more people on board means more videos have to come out. That means I'm definitely going to have to go live, you know, possibly sooner than, not that I want to, but like technically my setup here is like a little, it's a little sparse. So that's going to present a challenge, but I don't mind challenges. The more people come on board and the more I need to contact you guys and be involved in the community, I like a challenge. I'm ready for it. So if you want to help me get further along to that goal, hitting the subscribe button, commenting, sharing, and liking, all of those things help me towards that goal, okay? Taurus, I will be back soon with the mid-Julys. I'm totally going to do the mids. I had no energy to do the mids in June, but I will be back doing the mids in July, and of course August after that. And if this high energy keeps up, maybe I'll come in with a random. Ooh, who knows? So stay tuned, guys, all right? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care.